Good evening, everyone. I'm calling the August 14th, 2025 meeting of the New Rochelle Public Library Board of Trustees to order. It is 7:31 p.m. There is an attendance sheet, and we see that we do have a quorum because all trustees are in attendance. And so we will therefore start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. There is no executive session this evening, so we will move on to the resolution to adopt the agenda for the regular meeting. So we've shared the proposed agenda with the board, and it reviews our regular business for this meeting. I would ask for a motion to approve the agenda as stated. Can I get a second? Seconded by Nancy Weinberger. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, passes. We will move forward with tonight's agenda. All right. Secretary.
Couple of minutes. I will make two separate motions. I will make a motion. There were two separate sets of minutes, one for the July 10th board meeting, one for the July 14th special board meeting. They were shared with the board ahead of time, and so I will make a motion first to approve the minutes from the July 10th board meeting. May I have a second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Brianna.
And I have a motion to the meetings from the July 14th special board meeting.
Okay, can we get a second to Brianna's motion? Seconded by Falah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Motion passes for both meetings. Thank you, Rhiannon. We'll now move on to regular business. There was no meeting this past month for the Westchester Library System. They take a break during the summer. Therefore, our representative, David Menner from Westchester Library System, is not with us this evening. So we will move on to the president's report. The report is brief. I would first like to welcome again officially for the first meeting, Janelle Robinson, who joined the library last month as assistant director, and we are so delighted to have Janelle. She brings a very experienced and diverse background in both public and school librarianship and has extensive experience in K-12 education, including at my alma mater high school. So I'm pleased for that as well, on a personal note. We're also very happy to officially welcome James Vasquez as Director of Building Operations. And Mr. Vasquez brings several decades of facilities management experience to a very important role for the library. This is the beginning of a lot of work that we have been doing, especially our library director in her role as the director of the library, and our efforts to continue to build a strong team to move the library forward and continue to keep it vibrant and a very strong resource for our community. So we welcome Janelle officially, we welcome James officially, and we're so happy to have you as part of New Rochelle Public Library. All right, moving on to the director's report.
So as you read in my director's report and as our President Renwick already shared, we're very excited to the new key additions to our leadership team. I had an update. Permits were received for the ARPA Children's Garden project. So that work is to begin imminently. And as a reminder, that was COVID Relief Act money that was granted through a partnership with the Library Foundation to the library from the city of New Rochelle. So we're very excited about this community-based grant wherein we'll be able to create an outside program space with pavers and a pergola in the existing children's garden. This month, as we'll hear in committee reports, was spent with a lot of committee work, averaging about 3 meetings with trustees every week in August. So it's been a very, very busy month, but I'm glad to have both Janelle Robinson as Assistant Director and James Vasquez as Director of Building Operations to help further our strategic vision and further the excellence that we see from New Rochelle Public Library and expect it from New Rochelle Library moving forward.
Thank you, Eugenia. Okay, we will then move on to a treasurer's report, and given that we do not yet have a treasurer in place, we'll move on to board committee reports, beginning with the Budget and Finance Committee.
The Budget and Finance Committee met yesterday, August 13th at 8:30 a.m. And we discussed the treasurer hiring process, and the ad hoc treasurer hiring committee has interviewed a number of candidates and has identified a front runner that the committee is hoping to hire soon. We're taking steps to offer an employment agreement to this candidate. So by the time we meet next month, we will hopefully have very good news about that. And the committee discussed that once the treasurer is on board, we are undertaking, in collaboration with the treasurer, an assessment of the library's current fiscal practices and suggest potential updates. We are working on fiscal policies. We received a comprehensive draft from our outside legal counsel. And once again, once the treasurer is in place, we will finalize and then adopt a new set of fiscal policies. The committee will meet again on August 27th at 8:30 a.m.
Great. Thank you, Rhiannon. Moving on, Buildings and Grounds, Corey.
We do have some new business that'll come up later on. We're meeting on the 22nd. Just wanted to, as we're going into the new business and things that Eugenia is doing, I do want to give a special thanks to her for looking outwardly into finding new opportunities for us to raise capital and bring in new projects to the library, which is beyond just operations. It's also strategic. So other than that, that's it.
Thank you, Corey. All right, Community Relations, Nancy and Vera.
Well, I'm happy to say that Vera and I will be chairing the committee this coming year. And we have nothing to report now, but we will be meeting again in September with a lot of new exciting projects that will hopefully improve our services to patrons here at New Rochelle Public Library.
Thank you, Nancy. Personnel Committee, Tatiana.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, can you hear me? Yes. The Personnel Committee met twice in the last month. The first meeting was on July 14th, and then in August 12th. Our primary focus was the implementation of the ADP system. And with that, I have, oh, sorry, I need to, sorry, I need to approve. I would like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda for personnel resolutions. Number 2025-08, according to the recommended action for item number 1.
We have a motion to approve, just say it one more time, a motion to approve.
To approve the consent agenda for the personal resolutions, number 2025-08, according to the recommended action for item number 1.
And you're making a motion. May I have a second to Tatiana's motion? Great. Any questions, concerns,
Any
discussion? Great. Personnel action. May I get a vote? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion passes.
And sorry,
And
I would like to make a motion for the board to approve another resolution, resolution number 2025-08-14, number 3. It's a little bit long,
you
so,
have to read it.
okay.
Go ahead.
Whereas the board has evaluated current fiscal practices and determined that the strategic objectives and smooth operations of the library work require that they be updated, including payroll practices to start on September 1st, 2025. And whereas it is critical that such updated practices be transmitted clearly to the workforce and the union, and whereas the library has confirmed with the union that certain information sessions will be help address questions and channel input about the new payroll system, be resolved that the board directs the director to work with the union to schedule informational sessions in July and August to review and add to the FAQ regarding the new payroll procedures, and be it further resolved that a member of the personnel committee should attend such meetings to ensure the compliance, efficiency, and strategic aspects of the update to the payroll system is reinforced by leadership.
Thank you, Tatiana. May I get a second to Tatiana's motion? Seconded by Vera. Any questions, concerns, or discussion with regard to the resolution for additional training?
So
Right,
the
okay.
resolution.
I'm going to ask for a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Great, motion passes. Anything?
And with that, I had a chance to go to the meeting yesterday, to a training. The Janelle was the one who did it, and it was very informative. I think it's a great tool for our staff. It's gonna help the administrative part of the library and also the staff by being able to see their hours, their accruals. So I think that's a big step to this new era. And thank you, Eugenia, for giving those advices. Thank you. The next meeting, sorry, September 15th.
September 15th, okay. Thank you. Moving on to the policy committee. Hola.
Yes, hi, thank you. So the policy committee met on August the 4th. The focus of our meeting was to review policies that are in progress, which can be moved forward for the board review and approval during today's meeting. We discussed the following policies: the adult volunteer policy, remote work, teen room conduct, records retention, sexual harassment, staff education, and freedom of information law policies. I would like to commend the policy committee members and our director, Eugenia, for their commitment to revising and creating policies, which, as the ALA notes, policies, it's a valuable tool that informs our community, the New Rochelle community, about the library's intents, our goals and aspirations, while encouraging stability and continuity in the library operations. The policy committee also would like to compliment this library staff for their input and diligent work as they help craft policy. And we would like to thank our director, specifically Eugenia Shatoff, for her tireless work and expertise. I'm going to move forward and then come back. In September, the policy committee intends to bring the following policies to the full board: sexual harassment, room rental use, the remote work policy, staff education, and teen conduct. Now, coming back to the present time, during the August trustee board meeting, I'd like to make a motion today to accept the Freedom of Information Law policy, otherwise known as the FOIL policy revision, which was presented to the full board for review. And the board reviewed this in advance. With that, I would like to make the motion,
Great,
please.
thank you.
Yes.
May I get a second to Falah's motion to pass the FOIL policy? Seconded by Tatiana. Any questions, discussion, concerns about the FOIL? Okay, may I get a vote? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. Motion passed. The policy passes for the Freedom of Information Law.
Thank you.
Thank you, Falah.
Due to the first Monday of September falling on Labor Day, the policy committee's next meeting date will be Monday, September the 8th at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Falah. And that concludes the board committee reports. I'd like to turn it over to our secretary and the head of the Budget and Finance Committee, Rhiannon, for the approval of checks and warrants.
Yes, I have a number of warrants in front of me that I would like to ask for approval. I'll just read the list of warrants. It is for the fiscal year 2024-2025. It's warrants number 57, 58, and 59. And then for the fiscal year 2025-2026, it's warrants 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we'll pass around the sheet for signatures. Should I make a motion? Do you want to make a motion?
No, you're
I'll
making
make
a
a motion
motion.
for the board to approve the warrants that I just named. May I have a second, please?
Seconded by Corey. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Great. Motion passes. Each of the trustees are asked to sign the sheet that is coming around for the checks and warrants. Okay, moving on to resolutions. We've got at least one new resolution that did not come up during committee reports, and that is Corey.
So Building the Ground has two resolutions. And start resolution number 202508-4, dated August 14th, 2025, topic New York State grant application for 2025 and 2026. Grant number 0386261689, Maine Acoustic Security Accessibility Project. Resolved that the Board of Trustees of the New Rochelle Public Library hereby amends its proceedings and ratifies that the following: be it resolved, the application and accompanying documents for a public library construction aid award are to be administered in accordance with the requirement of Education Law 273-A, and the conditions outlined in the assurance letter are duly adopted. So I'll make a motion to pass. And I guess. Sorry.
All right, may I get a second to Corey's motion to pass the resolution? Seconded by Vera. Any questions, concerns, or discussion with regard to the motion for the grant? Hearing none, I will call for a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Passes second.
Second resolution number 20250814, August 14th, 2025. New York State grant applications for 2025-2026. Grant number 0386261808 HCL Roof Project. Resolved that the Board of Trustees of the New Rochelle Public Library hereby amends its proceedings and ratifies that the following: the application and accompanying documents for a public library construction aid award are to be administered in accordance with the requirements of Education Law 273-A, and the conditions outlined in the insurance letter are duly adopted.
Thank you, Corey. May I get a second to Corey's motion for the grant for the roof project? Seconded by Tatiana. Thank you. Any questions? Discussion, concerns? Okay. Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Great. Motion for the grant passes. Thank you, Corey. Oh. All right, opening to the floor to any old business, which I do not believe there is, carryover from the last meeting. And then moving on to new business, if there's any new business that's not coming out of the committees. Okay, hearing none, I'm opening the floor for public comment. Seeing none, I would call then for a motion to adjourn our August 14th meeting of the New Rochelle Public Library Board of Trustees. May I get a second? Seconded by Rhiannon. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Record time, 7:50 PM. Thank you. Good night, everybody.